Welcome to the Horror Hotel. Let's look at some movies that you might want to watch. Starting off this video with a hilarious slasher movie where nothing is really too much, namely Bastard from 2015. I really don't want to spoil this movie too much, so I better hold it a bit short, but it's a clever satire-ish on retro slashers that is well worth a look. The movie circles around two newlywed serial killers, two runaway kids, and a suicidal cop, and all of their stories clashes together. Really hard to talk about this movie without spoiling the fun, so I said I better keep it short. See it. The next movie I want to talk about is Green Room. This one is from 2016. This movie is a good one on its own, and I really enjoyed it. The movie follows a punk band that ends up playing at a neo-Nazi bar, and in which events turn for the worst when they witness a murder and refuses to leave the room until the cops are arriving. The neo-Nazis are trying to get him out so they can clean up the mess and of course dispose of the unfortunate band members. While closed in, they had to start cooperating with a neo-Nazi girl in order to survive and find a way out. This movie has great suspense and I highly recommend it. It's a bit different horror movie in the fact that it's not strictly horror but also a crime thriller, and this makes just works. The soundtrack is nice and refreshing, the setting is great and scary, and something that feels like it could actually happen or even has happened in real life. Don't sit this one out. Nina Forever, 2015. I really don't know where to start with this movie, but it's deeply disturbing, weird, but yet a great experience. If you're not too creeped out by some bone twisting or you are really sensitive to nudity or something like that, this movie might not be for you. The movie centers around Rob, whose girlfriend recently died in a car crash. Rob fails a suicide attempt and decides after that to try to overcome his grief, in which he falls in love with his co-worker Holly. The problem is just that every time they have sex, Nina's bloody corpse resurrects itself in bed, all broken as found in the car crash, to make sarcastic comments on how they perform during sex and also to torment Rob's decision to actually move on. This is the kind of a movie you really just can't really talk about. You kind of had to see it to believe it. I felt it was kind of unique in its own twisted way, and I cringed a lot and twisted while watching it because it's so damn awkward to see, but also so damn fun, and I couldn't stop watching it. So, this is a movie that I feel is gonna be a classic, you know, a real classic, especially for me personally. They Are Watching, 2016. A found footage comedy horror, yes, and it actually damn entertaining as well, sort of. Here, I mean, they decided to not do an edgy found footage, but rather have some fun with the concept apparently. So this movie centers around a home fix show that follows people around when they buy really bad houses and revisits them 6 months later to see the dramatic change that has been made to the house. Upon returning to a house owner in Moldova to do the show, they soon realize that the townsfolk aren't really that friendly and can't figure out what they have been doing wrong, but they try to put it together anyway and leave before something really happens. This movie goes from laughing at comments funny to outright fucked up in the end. I really like the ending of it. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's not Tucker and Dale genius, but I wouldn't listen to the IMDb commenters anyway, because they seem to miss that it's actually a comedy and not a serious horror movie. And the last movie I want to talk about is 10 Cloverfield Lane. It came out in 2015. This is really a suspenseful horror loosely connected to the first Cloverfield movie. After a car crash, Michelle wakes up in what seems to be a sealed-off bunker with a man named Howard in it, played by John Goodman. Howard tells her that some kind of catastrophe happened and the world as we know it is basically destroyed, or at least fucked up. In with him is a guy named Emmett as well, who becomes friends with Michelle when they together realize that Howard seems irrational and that they can not escape this bunker whatever they do. This movie is something I really looked forward to, and I was pleasantly surprised by when I watched it. All the actors do believable performances and really adds to the suspension of the movie. Is the world really destroyed, or is this Howard's insane fantasy as a prepper that comes to life? Without spoiling anything, this movie is a nail biter, and I really urge you to see it if you want a real suspenseful movie to watch, like a Friday night or something like that. It's really good. Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to get more like this, and don't miss my other series Myth and Monsters on this channel if you're interested in historical aspects of myth, the occult, the paranormal and more. So thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.